guys, or you're using the bracing like this, which is a brace going like this and a brace going back into the structure.
So it'd be one of these going back into the...
Right, all four corners.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, so that seems like a simple fix. Just I need 4 of these pieces, one there, and the same with the... When you say the corner, you mean the corner right there under the deck, not the one by the stairs, right?
Right, all four corners of the deck.
Okay, so that's that's 4 pieces of wood, easy enough to fix.
Okay. Yep, simple enough. All right. The guard blocking. So if you remember the deck guide,
Yeah.
okay, and where we went through the guard blocking, for the side blocks, they use a piece of wood with 2 of those anchors in it to connect the 2 joists together. Since you bolted through the 2 joists,
Okay.
most inspectors would accept that.
All right.
Okay. Here, so this front one, you didn't bolt through the 2 joists, so I can't count it as a side.
Okay.
So we would need it to anchor back into the 1 joist.
So if they just put a bolt like that right there going in, that would take care of the problem.
Well, it'd be the 2 bolts.
Oh, there's 2?
Right. So see, go and look how they bolted this one here.
Okay.
You see how they, so the rim joist, this piece up here that goes across everything,
Okay.
at the end, these are joists, so stop me if I'm going
Okay.
going too low scale, okay?
Gotcha.
So these are the joists that are holding your floor system up.
Okay.
The one on the end is called a rim joist or a band board,
Okay.
all right? That has 0 withholding power. They might put 10 nails in it, but when you nail into the end piece of a wood, that nail doesn't have any strength to hold anything.
Sure.
Okay? And in our deck guide, we have to develop 1,800 pounds of force. Okay, so by the time somebody hits the center of that railing, okay, that calculates down to be at 1,800 at this point down here where the post connects to the rim joist. All right? So what we do on this case is we would have 2 of those anchors attached through the rim joist and then into these 2 joists here. And we would call that good. All right? If the post, excuse me, if the post was next to the joist, you could actually attach one of those bolts right to the post and you'd be good.
Okay.
It doesn't sound difficult at all, does it?
Not at all. So, just to clarify, I see those have the bolts, and I see there's 2. Okay.
2 bolts going through.
So if we just put here 2 bolts on this end, going in that way, that would solve that problem. The same thing has to be done on that side as well?
That, for me, it would solve that problem.
Okay.
Then we get a little bit more complicated. If we anchor both of these joists through that rim board, that would pass. All right?
So what has to be done here? Or just something saying, I'm not... Because I see the 2 bolts.
Okay.
But
So the 2 bolts transfer the 1,800 pound load to the rim board.
okay.
How much force can the rim board hold?
You said that it's the nails. Yeah, because only 12 nails.
0. Okay?
All right.
So we have to attach
So
that
this
rim
has to
board.
be connected to that. Okay.
We have to attach that rim board back to the structure of the deck so it'll carry the 1,800 pound load.
All right, and
That's 1 anchor to each of these joists on either side.
okay. So how often does that have to be done?
We could move to the next post. Okay? Same deal. All right? Except take a picture of this post to see where that piece of wood split. You want to get the split in there. And come back at this angle and take a picture and make sure you can get that split in there because you want your engineer to look at that.
When you say split, you mean
You see where the wood is not a piece of wood?
a splinter? You mean right there at the edge?
Yeah, it's got the cracks in it.
Uh huh.
It's like they over tightened it. That's the split. That would be something you might want your engineer to take a look at, since
So they need somehow to connect this to basically ground at or
For me to accept it, it's the same deal as that one over there, an anchor on either side.
okay. So
Okay.
it has to be anchored to the joist or the board.
rim board anchors to the joist.
Okay.
Rim board anchoring to the joist.
And what is used to anchor? That's going to be a simple question, but what is used to anchor? Or do we have anchors elsewhere that we can
Yeah, I
show?
thought. Did you have one over here? Yeah, it's this guy. See how they did these guys flat?
Oh, so those pieces.
Yeah,
Oh, those.
guys.
I bought some of those. Okay.
Yeah, those
So
guys.
I just need a few more of those to do that. I got you.
Right.
I got a whole bunch of those.
And now remember,
I have one right there, too. They
What I
could.
told you is block going across should be anchored to the block, and then the block anchored to the next joist behind. So in this case, you would need another one of those anchors to anchor to the next joist behind. Usually they run vertical as opposed to horizontal.
So one on this one going that direction, kind
I don't have anything to point with. You got a stick or something?
of. I'm sure I do. All the crap I have out here, I'm sure I do. Wait, here we go. Oh, I know what we can use. This This is a good enough stick.
That'll work.
Okay.
So, in the normal case, so in this case, see this block here?
Yeah,
So now I just need to anchor this block back to this joist.
I got you.
Okay.
So it kind of be just reversed. So if I had another one of those, it'd be flipped
And reverse it.
and put up next to it. I got you.
So the normal case would be a block here, okay, with that anchor into this block, and then that block anchored into that joist.
Okay.
Would be the normal case. All right. So
So I need to do that for every guard post.
fundamentally so. It should also pick up these here, okay? But like I said, if you're going to have your engineer look at it, he can address that, and he may be able to say, yeah, that's adequate,
Okay.
okay?
Gotcha.
But for me to accept it, there should be a block here, anchor to the block, anchor to the next stringer,
Gotcha.
okay? All right. Okay, so in your through bolted here, I would accept that. And see, this anchor is installed properly, but which you have to almost install properly. See where that one screw's not going in?
Yeah.
Okay. But this block here that they anchored into
Uh huh.
has also got to be secured to this joist.
Okay.
I think that pretty much covers the majority of your situations.
All right.
Okay.
Because I understand when you show, it's much easier than when you're trying to tell me.
Yeah. See, yeah, this would be considered a notch. Okay.
Yeah, that's
It's
trimmed
not the
down.
full post. So as you get close to this edge with those bolts, that actually weakens the post, and they'll probably crack out in no
Okay.
time at all.
All right. And how to fix that is that's above my pay grade.
No, it's not. Everything's in your pay grade.
I don't think
Come
so.
on now. Unfortunately, it involves replacing the post, but your engineer may come up with some magic solution.
All right.
I mean, if you want to go that route, the other route is just put the full post. I am not sure why they got full posts down there, and all of a sudden there's something less here.
Maybe they couldn't fit it. I don't-
And I apologize for not picking it up the first time. But when I see a certain thing down there, I did move on to look at other things.
Maybe they just couldn't fit it. I'll ask them.
Let me look at one other thing here. Your stair stringer attachment. Remember we talked about that?
Yes, you mentioned something about that.
Yeah. Okay. So. Go ahead and take a picture of that.
Which-
Send it to your
What am I
engineer.
taking a picture of?
how that's these bolts. Oops, my pointer to those bolts, and the piece of wood and this